Welcome back. The heavyweights have been introduced as we continue with more bodybuilding from New York City. Hugh Millay along with Sean Paul Jenkins. We get right into the heavyweight division with the 8th place finisher, Cynthia Meinzer.
Hi, my name is Cindy Meinzer, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I train at Lee Haney's Animal Kingdom.
Well, Sean, if you want to be the best, you got to train with the best. And she trains down at Lee Haney's Animal Kingdom. Coming in tonight is Cynthia at 5'7½", 160 pounds. You like them big?
She looks big. She's really thick. And hopefully Lee has taught her something that she can use in the near future. Unfortunately, here it looks like she's retaining a little bit of water. It looks like her upper body is a little bit far advanced than her lower body here.
She's a fitness and nutrition counselor at the General Nutrition Center. As we mentioned, she trains and is sponsored by Lee Haney. She attended the Bass Memorial Academy in Lumberton, Mississippi, and she lives in Dunwoody, Georgia. So this lady pretty much lives, eats, and sleeps nutrition and bodybuilding, and so far, certainly her physique pretty much tells the tale. She is one of the biggest so far, the biggest we've seen tonight.
Well, actually, pound for pound, at 5'7½" at 160, this woman's a giant. So, I mean, as you stated, she eats, lives, and sleeps bodybuilding or nutrition, and that's more or less what it is. It's an obsession. Once it grabs hold of you, it's hard to shake. But she looks really well here. She has great overall muscularity. Her shape is really good. She just needs to bring up her lower body just a little bit more, and in the near future, she will do a lot better.
I'm sure Lee Haney will have something to say about that. The 8th place finisher here in the heavyweight division, Cynthia Meinzer. Very graceful posing routine. Lighting very good here, Sean. I haven't seen any bodybuilder looking bad as far as skin tone or oil.
Well, as the competition gets tougher and tougher, it's the promoter's job to make sure that everything is right. And as we stated before, this is the biggest national show of the year.
Hi, I'm Tara Dodane from Fort Myers, Florida. And I'd like to say hi to all the students and staff at Estero High School, especially for letting me off work.
As she did have to get off work, she's a teacher of biology down in Fort Myers, Florida. You're looking at Tara Dodane. She trains at Rob Messino's Sports Connection, and she went to Ball State University, one of the great teaching colleges in the Midwest, a place where many teachers have gotten their degrees, a great teacher's college.
How come none of my school teachers look like that here?
No, I would say I'd probably spend a little extra time in biology if I had a teacher looking like Tara.
I think I might have stayed back a year. But anyway, she really looks good here. She has great overall muscularity. She's really a big woman. Unfortunately, it looks like she doesn't look as good as she did at the other competition. It might have been a little bit too much for her. As we had stated before, sometimes you can burn out and do the same things that you did before, but your body just won't respond because it's tired. She just looks like she's holding just a little bit of subcutaneous water here.
Tara said she started to work out with weights to help her cheerleading routine at Ball State, where she cheerleaded for 4 years, and then she eventually got into bodybuilding. A lady who's been featured on Muscle Magazine on ESPN. Very dynamic young lady. As you can see, the cheerleading coming through as she cheers for herself.
It looks good. It really does. Pretty sure students are really proud of her, too.
Very popular bodybuilder down in Florida, Tara Dodane.
Hi, I'm Debbie McKnight from Jackson, Mississippi. I train at the Jackson Athletic Club.
And a lady who blew away the competition at the Junior USA in Charlotte earlier this year on ESPN. You're looking at a housewife, a mother, a career lady, Debbie McKnight, coming in at 5'5½", 135. She trains at Jackson Athletic Club. She lives in Jackson, Mississippi. She is a comer as a junior heavy, out of the Junior USA Championships.
She looks really good, Hugh. One thing I can say about Debbie is she has a great overall structure, and one thing is she has very large shoulders, a very tiny waist, and flaring legs, which create the illusion she has a taper. She has great structure. She's in great shape. I mean, time can only tell how far she will take it in the sport. But tonight she really looks great.
A lot of people very high on this young lady since winning the Junior USA. As we mentioned, she's a secretary. She goes home, picks up her kids from school, drops them off, goes, works out, comes back, and cooks dinner. You know, I mean, we don't know when she sleeps, but she looks fantastic tonight, as she did back earlier as she won the Junior USA. And she said when she won that, she was hoping for to continue the season, and she has. And she actually looks as good and probably better than she did. But the competition here, Debbie McKnight coming in at 6th place here tonight at the National Championships here in New York City.
Well, one thing I can tell, New York City is going to be selling a lot of ice cream tonight. I know a lot of these women can't wait to get off that diet, because it definitely wears and tears on your brain.
Hi, my name is Adrienne Foster. I'm from New York, and I'd like to say hello to all the people in New York.
Another large woman, 5'7", 157-pound Adrienne Foster. And she's out of Huntington, New York. She's an investigator and inspector general up there. So another lady who tries to merge her professional and part-time routines.
Great posing routine here, all power movements, which really coincides with her music.
She lives in Cooper's Station, New York, and she trains at Zin's Gym. Say that 5 times, Sean. Zin's Gym, and also at Natural Physique.
A couple of my old gyms I used to train at when I was in New York City.
Coming in 5th place tonight here at the National Championships, Adrienne Foster. Very nice routine.
Yes, it is. She opened up with a lot of power moves, and now she's getting ready to rock and sock them with a little R&B. She's posing really well here, Hugh. Structurally, she has no flaws. She just looks like she's holding just a tad bit of water here, but I mean, she has a lot of muscle. A lot of muscle.
Very muscular arms, I guess you'd have to say, Sean. The most outstanding feature. Her arm development, actually just her upper body looks fantastic.
Yes, it does. And that's a pose right there you don't see too many women hit.
That most muscular, and a lot of them just don't have the muscles for it. We'll continue from New York City. More of the Women's National Bodybuilding Championships after this timeout. Welcome back. We continue with more of the heavyweight division here in New York City. Hugh Millay along with Sean Paul Jenkins, the Women's National Bodybuilding Championships.
Hello, my name is Josie Cole. I'm from New York, and I'd like to say hello to all the people at MetroFit and Ralph particularly.
The outlaw Josie Cole taking the stage right now, coming off a win at the 1988 Mixed Pairs competition. And of course, she won that with Snake Adger, and a good friend of Sean Paul. And this lady looks very good, coming in tonight at 5'6", 140. She's an exercise physiologist.
Sounds like Josie brought her own cheering section here with her tonight. She's moving really well here, really seductive posing routine, which also gives the judges the opportunity to view her entire physique here. She looks in great shape here tonight, Hugh.
She lives in the Bronx, so as Sean mentioned, the hometown favorite, or one of the many hometown favorites here, and a very knowledgeable crowd in New York. She's interested in implementing individual year-round training schedules for high school and college athletes, including nutritional and cardiovascular instruction. So she's kind of in every facet of nutrition and bodybuilding, and really tonight she is put it all together to come in 4th place in the heavyweight division. Josie Cole. Once again, the posing routines, and we continually mention it, but they are very, very enjoyable. Something new almost from every competitor.
I've logged a couple of moves I'm going to use next year myself here.
A very, very unique shot here from Josie. The crowd really appreciating one of the great many pose routines tonight.
You can tell Josie is a performer.
Performer / entertainer.
That's right, and it shows.
My name is Kathy Unger. I'm from New Milford, New Jersey, and I train at World of Fitness.
And one of my favorites, Sean, Kathy Unger, who we saw compete in Las Vegas at the USA. She's been training for 2 years and competing for 2. She trains out of World of Fitness in New Milford, New Jersey. And she looks very good. I think we've mentioned her when we did the USA, Sean, that very, very big lady, great symmetry, and just very pretty.
She is. She has a great overall look. Actually, she looks a lot better here than she did in the last show. And for someone that's only been competing for 2 years and actually working out for 2 years, to place as high as this in a national competition is a great achievement.
Kathy was a 1986 New Jersey state champion, and the crowd reacting. Of course, it's just down the road a little bit, New Jersey. And as Sean said, she looks as good and probably better than she did at the USA in Las Vegas. And really, you have to like this woman's future in bodybuilding, because to do what she's done in such a short amount of time certainly says maybe 2-3 years down the road, you have to wonder just how good this lady is going to be.
Well, all we can do is wait and see. Structurally, she looks really well. She does have one genetic flaw. She has wide hips, which creates the illusion that she's really straight up and down. So what you might want to do in the near future is to flare out those shoulders a little bit more to get a little bit more V-taper.
She participated in track and field, gymnastics, and softball in high school.
Hi, I'm Karen Pica. I'm from Hamilton, New Jersey. I train at Gold's Gym in Melton. I want to say hi to all my friends at home.
You talk about a busy bodybuilder. You're looking at this young lady. This is her 3rd big competition of the 1988 season. Placed very well at the Junior Nationals, placed very highly at the USA, and coming 2nd place tonight here at the Nationals. So this lady is a comer, very, very busy. And I must say, Sean, she looks as good and better as many of the competitors do than she has. I think she's a lot leaner than she was in the previous competition.
She does. Her body appears it is. It has gotten a lot harder since we first saw her. You can see the wear and tear on her face, so she does look a little bit tired. But she is doing it. She's having one great year.
Took 4th place at the USA, and just an interesting girl who said she really started to work out just for a little bit of self-esteem, and certainly she's attained that.
I think she's gotten bitten by the bug here, and once it grabs hold of you, you're in trouble.
Another former athlete participated in track, softball, soccer, and gymnastics, and we'll see the gymnastics coming through an opposing routine. Has a degree in criminal justice from Trenton State College in New Jersey, currently working for the New Jersey Health Benefits Department.
She looks really good here. I would like her to see her come back next year and do better than she did this year.
It'll be tough. Coming in 2nd place tonight in the heavyweights, Karen Pica, 5 inches tall, 142, and I think that's just a little bit less than she weighed at the USA, and the lost weight certainly has made for a far leaner physique, but the muscularity hasn't dropped at all.
Not at all. Actually, it has enhanced it somewhat.
She looks like her posing has gotten so much better. You know, she just looks like a more confident bodybuilder.
The more people cheer for you, the more you like it, and the more you get into it. She's just feeling more comfortable out there.
Karen Pica.
Hi, I'm Laura Beaudry, and I'm from Santa Monica, California. And I say hello to everybody in my family out there, and hello to my husband, Jerome.
And the heavyweight winner tonight, Laura Beaudry, coming in tonight, not as big as many, but as you can see, they're very ripped, 5'4", 135, and everything is there. And I am constantly amazed at the leanness of many of these bodybuilders, and certainly Laura ranks up there with the leanest of the lean tonight.
Yeah, she's in phenomenal shape. You can tell when a competitor diets properly, their faces aren't all drawn and sucked out. And what she does, she's put everything here together tonight, and she's posing really well and displaying great muscularity here. As
we mentioned, only 5'4", 135, looking a lot bigger. She attended Los Alamitos High School in Los Alamitos, which is just south of Los Angeles. And she's been training at Gold's Gym in Venice, so I'm sure she gets a lot of attention. And in that gym, certainly one of the top bodybuilding gyms in the world, Laura Beaudry, the overall winner in the heavyweight category. We'll have the overall pose down for the championship here in New York City after this.